Hello everyone, welcome back to part 6 of our Azure tutorial. I'm Shweta, and in this particular session we are going to understand what are the different available Azure services. So Azure is a very small word for the vast amount of things that we can do or we can accomplish on this particular cloud. The number of services is vast and it happens at a massive scale. At a very high level, if you can see this particular slide, we have divided the services in two categories: platform services and infrastructure services. In order to understand the difference between PaaS and IaaS, I would recommend if you can go to part 2 of our tutorial to understand this at a much more detail. Since we can do a vast amount of things and it is very difficult for us to understand each of these categories distinctively, I've actually put down the most frequently used categories here, which are compute, storage, networking, hosting, AI, IoT, integration, and security. Let us go through each of these categories in detail. Azure Compute. This is important when you're either building new applications or deploying existing applications, right? So compute is required to decide the infrastructure which is required to run your applications, whether it is performing calculations or for executing some logic and even running the applications. What is the underlying infrastructure which is required is decided by your Azure Compute. Few of them have listed down here. Virtual machines, when you decide to run an application directly inside a virtual machine which is hosted on Azure. You could even go to a containerized solution where you want to run your application not inside a virtual machine but within a Docker which is running using the containerized architecture. And some of the other important techniques is serverless computing or microservices architecture, when you use something known as Azure Functions to basically run your logic. So the next important category in this thing is the storage. So when it comes to storage, it's a very key important aspect of any application where you're storing the data, which could be either structured, unstructured, or semi-structured format. Okay, so cloud as in Azure provides us with solutions for storing your data, which is massively scalable and even very secure. Okay, so some of the storage services that are available in cloud, Azure cloud, are disks which are attached to the VMs, databases which is part of the structured storage mechanism, blobs which comes under the unstructured, and then you have table storage which comes under the semi-structured. Along with you have Azure files and Azure queues for storing files as well as messages, which form a foundation for your actual application. The next category of service in the Azure world is networking, and as the name suggests, networking is nothing but what are the different capabilities that Azure provides for private network connections between your on-premise and Azure cloud. How does Azure provide capabilities for controlling the traffic into and out of the Azure cloud efficiently, and even scalability and availability around it, right? So what are the different services that are available on Azure from the networking perspective? Is the first category of the service again here is the connectivity services, right, for connecting the Azure resources and your on-premise resources using something called as virtual network or even express route. Okay, and then the next category of services within the networking could be thought about as protection services, where you're protecting your applications or your infrastructure from any threats, like for example by having firewalls or even network security groups. Okay, and the third category of services come here is the application delivery services itself, right? For example, how do you basically balance the load between different virtual machines using load balancers? And the other application delivery services include application gateways, traffic managers, etc. And there is a whole lot of network monitoring services as well, where you basically monitor your network resources using Azure Monitor, and there are a lot of services similar to that. Coming to the next category of service is app hosting, which which defines how do you basically allow running of an entire web application on a managed platform. Either it could be Windows or Linux or even containerized platform automatically, very efficiently, and how basically you're going to enable scaling based on the demand. Some of the examples of app hosting services present in Azure are App Service itself, where it allows you to quickly create very powerful cloud applications for both web and mobile. You have notification hubs, which is basically whenever you want to send push notifications to any platform, mobiles or any smartphones or basically any platform from backend. In addition, you have Signal or web apps for containers and a lot of other services in this category. The next important category of Azure service is artificial intelligence. And as the name suggests, artificial intelligence is the most happening field in modern times that we are currently living in. AI is, nothing but a capability of building an application which can imitate intelligent human behavior. And AI, along with machine learning, which will help us make predictions using the data, and as well as pre-built cognitive services like able to analyze images, comprehend speech, interact in natural ways. Most advanced applications can be easily and very quickly built with the capabilities that Azure provides us, right? So the services, some of the important services in this category is machine learning service, cognitive services like vision, speech, Bing search, natural language processing services, etc. There are a lot, but I have, like all the other slides, I have put down only the important services in this category. The next category of Azure service is a very exciting category, Internet of Things or IoT. So basically, Azure gives us or empowers us to quickly build, deploy, secure, scalable IoT applications using the comprehensive IoT portfolio which Azure provides us. It allows us to build applications where we can process massive quantities of data from all kinds of IoT devices, and this, along with AI and machine learning, we can build applications at a very faster rate to improve the productivity. Some of the solutions or services in this category are IoT Central, where you can accelerate creation of the IoT solutions itself. You can extend the intelligence from the cloud to your edge devices using IoT Edge. And if you want to connect, monitor, and control a lot of IoT assets, IoT Hub is something that you will leverage. The next important category of Azure service is integration. Application integration is a very important aspect of building your applications itself, where it often requires us to connect multiple independent services or multiple independent applications, sometimes between on-prem and the cloud, and even build workflows to orchestrate business processes. Some of the Azure services in this category are Logic Apps, where you have an ability to create workflows and orchestrate business processes, where you can connect hundreds of services in cloud and on premises as well. If you want to connect on-premise and cloud-based applications to implement a secure messaging architecture, then Service Bus is something that you can fall into. Event Grid is basically a managed event routing service with the publish-subscribe model. In fact, it is used for event-based application architecture. And API management is basically when you want to publish your API securely for internal or external use. So these are some of the Azure services in the integration category. There are a lot, but these are the most frequently used. The next important category of Azure service is security, and as the name suggests, security is basically integrated with every other Azure service that we have dealt with till now. As the name suggests, security means ability to build a fully fledged solution which can protect you from any kind of threats. It will help us to basically create a secure access to your on-premise or your cloud applications. Some of the services in this category are identity management, Azure Active Directory, multi-factor authentication, Azure Key Vaults, etc. And as the name suggests, security is basically built in most of the Azure services. So till now we have gone through 8 categories and different Azure services in each of these categories, and which are mostly frequently used services. But Azure provides a lot of services in addition to these. So you can click the link here to basically go through an exhaustive list of Azure services. So if you can see here, the 8 categories that I have picked up are also part of these. In addition, you have blockchain, containers, databases, DevOps, hybrid, media, migration, mixed reality, mobile, right? So there are a lot of categories, and if you pick any of these categories, you can see what are the different services available. If you pick web category, you can see app services, and you can actually go through the documentation. Azure provides a great documentation where you want to build applications in minutes. So that's it for this particular tutorial, and in the next tutorial we will see how can we create instances of these different Azure services, which are nothing but Azure resources, as we say. What are the different ways of creating Azure resources? Stay tuned, and thanks everyone.